Good afternoon, everybody. I'm hoping that we can give an applause to everybody that came before me and all the speakers that are coming after me for encouragement. What a wonderful set of ideas worth spreading today. So thank you very much. I love the theme today, a higher purpose than self. I try to do it, and I hope that you will take it as a challenge and something to aspire to as well. What a perfect theme for today. Okay, so let's talk about words. I want to talk about words because words matter. Words matter a lot. Words, when strung together, bring language, and with language comes communication. And to be honest with you, I'm really disappointed at where we are with communication. Communication needs a lift. It needs to be elevated. And so we have to be very, very thoughtful, very, very conscious of the words that we say. And I wanted to share with you just a few examples of what happens when we're careless with words. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. I get it. I get the intent and I get the aspiration, but for the life of me, I never will ever, ever understand why we say this to children, why we ask them to believe that sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Words can hurt. They do hurt. They sting. They destroy. They tear down. They discourage. They disempower. And oddly enough, that hurt lasts far longer than the time it takes for a bone to heal. We should never tell that to kids. We should never tell that to anyone. Grow up. Never understood why we say that to kids. Grow up. Growing up is not an act of will. It's a journey. It's a complex combination of experiences and trials and tribulations and joys and excitements and frustrations. Growing up is a process. And it will never, ever occur like a lightning bolt. It's not a sudden event. When we say grow up, a child is left to feel like they're not doing it right, but they're doing it the only way that they can. I hope we'll stop using that phrase, grow up. I have been inside of independent schools, I realized today in doing the math, for 41 years, either as a student or a teacher or a coach or a dean or an administrator. And in that time, one phrase sticks with me over and over again. It's actually two phrases, and it is just joking and just kidding. Oh, do I hate those. Just joking and just kidding. Unless you are a professional comedian, and unless you have a cable show, unless you pay a ticket to go to a comedy show in which you acknowledge that the insults and the verbiage there, it's like an agreement that you'll be okay. Unless you're one of those things, that phrase, just joking, just kidding, ends up being one of the single greatest and most hollow apologies for insults and injury. There is no way to wrap that up in a way for the person that hears that to make them feel better. So I beg of us to stop using the phrase just joking or just kidding. Get to the heart of it. And the heart of it is, I apologize. I acknowledge that which I just said to you was hurtful, and I own it, and I apologize. Just joking and just kidding, it is hollow. And it's a terrible wrapping for an insult and injury. My grandmother used to say to me, a genuine smile doesn't cost a thing. And it is so true. A smile, a genuine smile, is the on-road for humanity. It is the first and greatest and most immediate expression of joy, and it speaks to the possibility of who you are and the possibility of the relationship to come. A smile is the handshake before we ever touch. And so I'm grateful for my grandmother for giving me that phrase and that life lesson. A genuine smile, it doesn't cost a thing. But when you give it, you lighten a day for others. The last words that are really meaningful to me, they're the three most powerful words I believe that exist, and it is I love you. I'm going to beg of you to save those words. Save them for the things that truly matter. Don't use I love you as a phrase to sprinkle about without thought and without intent. Don't use it to cajole. Don't use it to infer. Don't use it to convince someone to do something that they don't want to do, because that's how powerful those three words are. I love you needs to be saved for that which matters most. The times, the people, the moments. Let's hold on to those three words and use them when they absolutely need to be there. Words matter. Words can destroy, but words can also build. I hope that you will choose your words wisely and with great intent. And thank you for the time with you today. Thank you very much.